Hi everyone. Hey there. Hi Kerrie.
What's up?
How you doing? Hope you're doing well.
How's it going on this hump
Hump
day?
day. While we're waiting on folks to join, coopedup.com. That's my website. Check it out. Wherever you are following me or not following me yet, Instagram, for example. Sorry, I'll explain in a minute why my brain is foggy. I'm Cooped Up is my Instagram handle. Kerrie's is at Food Sparks. And wherever you are watching or listening, click the bell to follow along
Look at
and get
us.
notified, all that jazz. So
Hey,
Sandy and
Sandy.
Mama both say
I
hi.
know. Hey there.
Eric says hi also. Eric is witness to why I'm sleepy right now. Um,
Oh, did you go
so
to lunch with him?
I went to lunch with Eric today.
Mm.
I may or may not have had 3 glasses of wine at lunch today.
Oh, that's what it
And I
is.
may or may not have just fallen asleep in my desk chair and woken up about 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, ugh. I'm pretty sure I was snoring too. I think I could hear myself snoring while I was kind of not really sleeping. So
That thing where you wake yourself up like,
I know.
oh,
So
like I got it. I got
I've
it.
fallen asleep at my desk at work before, and they were like, "You were snoring," and I was like, and I'm pretty much like, "Well, thank God my name is on all your paychecks."
You're like, I pay the bills around this mofo. Yeah, and
I know.
like that's
Speaking of
when you
paychecks,
write the checks.
we have an anniversary. Carrie and I did this week.
Ooh, we
Actually,
do.
yesterday, I think technically.
Yes, June 22nd. Burned
June
in my brain.
22nd. So y'all know that Carrie used to be a client of mine, and then that's how we met. And then we had our friend Brian, not my late best friend Brian, but a different Brian, um, was your good friend, and we became friends that way. And then you were no longer there, and I
Yep.
snatched you up, and you came and worked for me 10 years ago this week.
Yep.
And then you worked for me for how long?
A year, right out a year.
Right at a year. That
Yeah.
was right as the world was falling apart too. I think that was like the Great Recession was setting in.
Yeah, 2011. We were like in it. Yeah.
Yeah, in it. I think I just laid everybody off pretty much except for Nina.
Yeah, it was me, you, and Nina in the
Yeah,
office.
yeah. And Nina was the only one, and then you were getting paid. I wasn't getting paid for like 2 years. And then uh I just had the kids not too long before. Oh, and we had just done the JC Penney no, the JC
That happened while we were, yeah.
That was at the end of it because that was 9 years ago.
Yeah.
So that would have been at the end of your term with me.
Yeah, it would have been summer of 2012. Because, yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
about
So
this
yeah,
time, 2012. Yeah.
Eric is
Yeah.
saying all of my sleepiness is a sign of a great lunch date. Yes. So Eric and I went and had lunch at Paradiso in Bishop Arts. Cute,
Yeah.
beautiful restaurant. You know what, Eric? I don't think I even, we paid with our credit cards at the table. I don't think I even looked at how much it was. I'm not sure. I know I just tipped 20% and said done.
I'm sure it was no $300 like
It
the
was
last
not.
place
It
we
was.
always
I
go.
would have noticed that it was not as expensive as that. Um, I actually am loving one of the things that I think has come out of the pandemic that I'm loving is more and more restaurants are doing the European tableside credit card thing. We went to
Yeah.
the other night. Also, where did we go? We were at Nova for brunch on Sunday, and they bring it over and you do it at the table. Like they have a credit card thing so they're not taking your credit card away and all that stuff. I'm loving that.
You like that, but you don't like the no paper menus.
Oh, drives me nuts. Even today, Paradiso still they handed us a business card that had a QR code on it, and they were like, "Here's the menu." And
Why
I'm
waste the paper? Just put it
I
on.
don't I'm still fucking touching something that you touched. And that was the whole point of it was not to have contact with the same surfaces. And we now know that that was bullshit, that it's air, not surface contact. But
There's a lot of things restaurants are holding on to that I think they need to stop. Menus is one. Putting condiments and salt and pepper on the goddamn table. I don't want
bring it
little
back.
bitty packets of salt and pepper. You know why? That pepper is old as Methuselah. The salt is iodized salt. No, I want kosher salt. I want
Yeah,
salt on the table.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also realizing that I don't know if it's me or if it's just everybody, but like I don't think I have prided myself since LASIK 15 years ago on my eyesight being perfect still. And I am finding that with these menus, I struggle to read them. You have to zoom in and zoom in and zoom in.
Yeah.
And they were in their PDFs and they're not designed for that and all that kind of stuff. And my bigger issue is that I want to be able to see the full breadth of what is being offered so that I then decide, do I want a starter or not? Do I want blah blah? I actually think they may be losing sales from me because I'm like, fuck it. I was going to go to the lunch section. I'm not even going to
Yeah.
look at the
You don't want
starter.
to have to like do the square and scroll the whole menu.
Yeah. So
Also, the other thing that they can stop doing, which we got to go back to Nordstrom and see if they're still doing it, but the limited menu.
I know.
Like McDonald's was holding on to that. Maybe they've gone back now. Well, I think McDonald's used that as an excuse. I think they got rid of breakfast all day for forever, right?
Yeah.
They're not bringing that back, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a big launch a couple of years ago. Breakfast all day.
Yeah.
And now, no. And they took away like the salads and the yogurt parfait. Just bring me back my goddamn yogurt parfait. That's what I want. I don't want ice cream. Your ice cream machine's broken all the damn time anyway.
I know. Always. Poor Mason. He always asks when I go somewhere to get him a chocolate milkshake. And half the time I come back and I'm like, the machine's broken. And I do order like from McDonald's because I do love McDonald's. I use the app and I will pre-order stuff on the app. I do the same with Chick-fil-A. Pre-order on the app and then go through the drive-thru and just tell them that I'm there to do a pickup order and they've already got it. I mean, it's already in and I've already selected like number 3 with nothing on it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it goes off the rails if their ice cream machine is broken.
Yeah.
And you've asked for a milkshake.
Yeah, they do really good shakes there too. Chick-fil-A, I don't mind. They've got that down pat, man. They get you through there. You are in and out. Even if the line is out in the street, you'll be done in 5 minutes.
Yes. Monica said McDonald's. Monica loves the little $1 cheeseburgers at
Girl, the number 2 where you get 2 of them.
Yes, she loves those. Yes.
Me too, with just mayonnaise and pickles. I got a bone to pick about McDonald's. They changed their onions when they went to the fancy burger. They got the sliced slivered onions instead of all the little chopped up tiny minced onions. They don't do the tiny chopped up minced onions on any burger now, including those burgers.
Really?
Which is the only time I liked it because they would just mix in with the mayo and it was just like an oniony mayo. They don't do that anymore.
I'll do a quarter pounder with cheese plain, where it's literally meat, bread, and cheese. Because they do a new, like it's all, I don't know. It just seems greasier to me. It's good stuff. It's like 2 fat ladies talking right now. That's what I told Eric and I earlier. We sat down and we said something. I was like, "You want French fries with that?" And he was like, "Of course I want French fries with that." And I was like, "Of course we do. Yes."
Of course. Monica, yours still has chopped onions.
Yeah. Oh, I was at Starbucks today so I've had a day, by the way. So I woke up at 5:30 this morning, energetic, thought I was going to conquer the world, get all the shit done, right? Kids wake up. I got one kid that is tonsils like coming out to here, huge, swollen. She's like, I can barely swallow. It hurts so bad. It's Claire. Mason, I get him off to school. I'm like, okay, I need to get Claire into the doctor to see what's up. Wednesdays are the abbreviated doctor's office day. They're only open 9 to 12 because they're open on Saturdays. So they're only open 9 to 12. And I was like, I gotta wait to call. And then I remembered I have my chart. And so I went on there and I booked it. Funny enough, they let me book it at 8:45 a.m., even though they don't open till 9. I get there, the door's locked. But they then let me in. And we got in. And it was fine. She does not have strep. She just has so much drainage right now that they think it just like infected her tonsils.
Yeah.
So I gave her a Z-Pack and said, get out of here, kid.
I've heard a lot of people have throat and tonsil and sinus issues.
She was cleared to go. She was actually cleared to go straight away back to school. She was like, I don't want to. And it's bullshit week at school anyway. They're just doing field days, water days, all that kind of stuff. And so she decided to stay home and just watch Price is Right all day. But which is what you're supposed to do when you're sick, right?
Yeah.
But we went to Tom Thumb. That's the pharmacy that we use. And there's a Starbucks in Tom Thumb. And I don't know why I let myself get disappointed at the Tom Thumb Starbucks. Well, first of all, our Tom Thumb here in Oak Cliff is the worst managed Tom Thumb anywhere. They just can't keep shit on the shelves, and not like the normal stuff. Like they're just like and it's managed by the Starbucks part there. I go and I'm like, we'll have a bacon Gouda sandwich, a kiwi lemonade thing, and a grande non-fat chai tea latte. Oh, we're out of bacon Gouda sandwiches. And I was like, oh, okay. So we got something else. We had a blueberry muffin. Oh, we're out of lemonade. Okay, so just the kiwi drink then. Oh, we're out of chai. Like literally, they were out of everything that we ordered. But she goes, "Hey, are we getting chai? Get on the next shipment." No, they're not going to make chai anymore. And I'm like, I don't believe that. No, I was like, no, don't believe.
Maybe that summer drink is going out, but
maybe. But I was like, there's no way Starbucks is getting rid of chai tea.
No.
Like,
especially when it's Oprah's favorite.
Yes, it's right up there. And so anyway, so then we get all the stuff and go home.
Well, I sent you over here to my Tom Thumb. So that's when I want Starbucks, I just walk across the way and go get some. And I sent you over there the other day because you were looking for
and
they had a good selection,
really
right?
Well run. I know.
Our Starbucks is great.
Michelle saying, my man Chuck at the Tom Thumb. Yes, the only thing about that Tom Thumb I like is their pharmacy. And Chuck is the pharmacist there, and they do a good job.
I have never done a pharmacy inside of either a grocery store, a Walmart, Target, or Walgreens or CVS. I've gone to Walgreens, picked something up, but I've never had a regular prescription.
So the thing that so most of our regular prescriptions have to go through the mail-in.
That's what I do, right? Mail order. You get 3 months at a time.
I know, but also I think our insurance requires it for sustained stuff. Same. But for one-off things, so there is a Walgreens that's really close. The problem with the Walgreens is they do not start your prescription until you show up. So the doctor can transmit it. It's because I live in this bullshit poverty-stricken part of town where people no-show on their prescriptions or whatever. That's the problem.
Does it really take you that much longer to take the butter knife and scoot the pills over and drop them in the thing?
I know. And I'm sure I'm gonna catch hell for what I just said.
From people that are pharmacists, but really, I get that you're educated, not knocking that. Fucking easy bullshit job.
My grandfather was
in the town I grew up in. My dad's best friend was a pharmacist. And
one of my grandparents,
because they shoot the shit. And I sit there all day and watch them. They have a printer. They take the label. They do the chicka, count them.
One of my grandparents was a pharmacist in Midland.
All day.
My mom's dad was a pharmacist. But the problem with the Walgreens is that you show up to pick up your prescription and they're like, and it can be like 10 hours later and they're like, oh, it'll be done in about 30 minutes. They don't even fucking start it. So at least Tom Thumb starts it. And the guy Chuck, the pharmacist there, actually cares and knows who you are and all. So it's very neighborly. It's very like the Walgreens. It's just some random person every time. So
yeah, Pam goes to CVS. She's got a CVS over on Preston, and she knows the pharmacist lady. She's been there for years. Pam's like, nope, got to go to CVS, get my pharmacist lady. Like she's addicted to her.
She's probably at Preston and Royal up there.
Yes. Well, right there, like Preston and Lovers area.
Oh, okay, Preston.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. She's like, nope, I'm going to see what's her name. I can't remember her name. She goes to get her flu shot there. All the, whenever they roll pregnant and all that, she'd be like, nope, going to see her.
I do our flu shots usually at the Tom Thumb also. Like Chuck is a great guy. I like him. So
did you also know you could do your shit for the tag office at Tom Thumb? I didn't know that till I started dating a police officer.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
But not all of them do it. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
So you have to
on their website.
Do they? Okay, because I've gone to them before and they're like, no, we don't have that.
Yeah, if you're like, oh, I got to go to the tag office. No, look up your closest Tom Thumb.
Kroger also. But there used to be a Tom Thumb. Well, there is now a Tom Thumb by you, but there used to be one where World Market is.
Yes.
And that was the one that I always went to for a long time.
Well, ours didn't have it, but I think they're getting it.
By the way, when she says tag, she means vehicle registration.
Yeah, I'm talking about they print the sticker. You walk out with the sticker. You don't have to wait on it to come in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever that little printer is.
How fucking old are we that we're talking about grocery stores, pharmacists, and vehicle registration?
You know what? I gotta go. The mailman's gonna be any minute.
Speaking of mailman, by the way, I know. Let's wait for my Prime shit started rolling in today, and there's a big.
Yeah, I saw some other people online post.
There's a big pile of stuff that's boring as shit in my foyer right now. when I walked in earlier, it was a Todd's like, what did you order? The biggest thing is the air fryers, a couple of power strips, some Crest White strips that I ordered because they had
all the strips.
50% off. I know.
Cheese strips, suspender strips.
Someone texted me earlier. They were like, did you buy any sex toys on Prime Day? And I was like, I bought a power strip.
Plug them all into that. You know what? I did not freaking think of that. God dang. You know that, ladies, y'all know that rose thing was on Prime Day. Y'all know it was. The TikTok rose toy.
That's the one that has the tongue?
No, but it's got a suction feature. That's all I'm going to say. Ladies, it's cheap anyway. So, but you know that crap was on Prime Day because it is the TikTok toy. A
couple of years ago, I think on the very first Prime Day, someone put a like a vat, like literally a straight up vat, like a barrel of silicone lube on it. Silicone lube on it. And it was like 40% off, and it was like it was very viable. It was making all the rounds.
You gotta be careful with that, people. It's a little sex education. Careful with your silicones.
Well, my whole thing on that is I'm not one to judge. But you know, everything before but is bullshit, I always say. I'm not one to judge, but if you got a 50-gallon drum, 100-gallon drum, I don't know how many gallons are in a drum, but if you got a drum of lube sitting in the corner of your bedroom, you might be a whore.
Well, yeah, or some people buy it because they do the wrestling things, right? But have you seen people get caught with the little tub, the little tub with the pump on their nightstands? People have been caught, like in the background of the photo, they're like,
I know.
Is that a tub of lube? Can you imagine just reaching over like a dude's like?
I had a roommate who'd had that, the big clear jug thing.
I guess, whatever. I mean, sex positivity, right?
I know, exactly. I'm like, okay, you do you.
But I mean, it's not cute. Like, it's like.
My whole thing is just like, I'm in PR, so a lot of it's about impressions, right? Is that your brand? Like someone walks in your room and they say, let's get this on. And there's a big old jug of lube, a big old pump, like a whoosh, whoosh, like some corny dog ketchup at the state fair.
Like, is this the Fletcher's corn dog stand? What's going on here?
This tastes different.
Hey, bring that hot dog over here real quick and hold it underneath this pump.
This hot dog tastes different.
Oh my God. Yeah, you know what? That's like one level above. Like, that's one level above that.
I don't know.
She's higher.
Seriously. Well, at least
you got the pump. I'm walking. That never happened to me while I was dating. But
at least you know what you're getting. I mean, at least you know for sure that you were getting something.
I know. Like, you walk in, you're like, oh, shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
This person is serious. Because I'm saying person, because could be a girl. Hey, again, sex positivity. If you're a girl and that's all you roll.
I know. I get it. But I'm like, okay.
I'm just saying, be careful with your silicones because they react differently to certain prophylactics, people. And girls, they will mess up your toys if they're made of silicone. FYI.
Really?
Water-based only. Oh yeah, they don't. They react and they get gummy.
Did they get that real stickiness on the outside, like when you get what did I have? I had an umbrella, and this is totally a different topic, but I had an umbrella.
I was like, wow, where's this going?
It was actually a Burberry umbrella.
The umbrella going?
A gift to me, and the handle got where it was just always sticky.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like that rubberized, so it had like that fleshy feel of a toy, and it got just sticky all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if something like, I wasn't me doing it because I could buy, and my mother's watching. Let's keep that in mind. But
your mom also weighed in and said it was a 55-gallon tub.
I know. Not for head.
She's on the low.
I know. The Show Carson's got some swerve. Let's just put it that way. No, but like I could buy a travel size and it would last me quite a while. Let's just put it that way. To Todd's dismay, travel size is a lifetime supply.
Oh, funny. I'm just saying, know your products. I mean, I get sex positivity for anybody, but from a visual and optics, if you're dating and you're keeping that on your nightstand,
Michelle is saying, I had my CPAC machine, so I'm sure as hell not putting lube on display. It's like you're going. Wouldn't that be the thing? Also, you walk in and it's like lube out, CPAC machine, like
you're like, get ready.
Okay.
Well, hey, a lot of people building houses now I've seen is, on TikTok, you see all the 5 things about my home you should know. They show all the cool shit. When they're building like nightstands in or built-ins, they're building in outlets in the drawers of the nightstands, and then they're like, these are for cell phones. We just put it in the drawer and we go to bed. Nobody puts their phone in the drawer.
No, I leave mine in the closet, but
but you've got a big stand-in closet though.
Yes.
You don't like put it away in a drawer,
No, I mean, I do see people who do these, like in their bathrooms, they're starting to put outlets under the sink so that they can have their blow dryers, curling.
Oh, totally. Next time I do a bathroom, I'm going to put it all in the drawer. So it all plugs in there. It all stays in there. All the cords stay in there, and I throw it all in there and shut the drawer.
This is a wide-ranging conversation.
It is. We've covered Starbucks and toys.
And we've only been at it 20 minutes. I know. So we got a piece of bad news this morning. Our RV trip is either delayed or canceled, and we do not know yet which, because there is a part shortage of differentials, and they're having trouble finding a new differential for it. And supposedly they're going to find one. It's somewhere else, and it's being shipped out tonight.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's being shipped out on an airplane, on a donkey's back, on what. Like, we do not know how it is getting to Arlington, Texas from
Interesting.
game. And then they'll install it, and they'll get it installed pretty quickly. So hopefully we'll be able to get on the road early, mid next week. But anyway.
Yeah. Are the kids officially done this week with school?
Can we not buy a differential on Amazon Prime? Girl, we would have done it if we could. So, and then also we have, Monica's reminding me, remember Stan's service. Yes, that is a hard stop for us. My grandfather, Stan, is having his military on. He's the one who passed away and then had the bullshit funeral early in the pandemic on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And then so the military, when they put him in the columbarium thing, his ashes, with the 21 gun salute, all that kind of stuff, is scheduled.
Oh, you're going to be a mess with the
100%.
The taps and the folding of the flag.
I know. But it's scheduled for Friday, July 25th, 23rd, whatever that Friday is. And so that is a hard stop. I've told Todd we have to be in San Antonio. It's going to be hot as a witch's coochie then, but I don't even know what that means. The
witch's coochie on Halloween, because she'd be riding that broomstick the whole night.
All night. Golly gee.
You ride a broomstick. You ride anything that long. No problem.
Back to the toys conversation.
She needs one of those pumps, those lube pumps.
Just lube it up. Can't hang on, it's gonna fall off.
So you won't know until this will be the maiden voyage, right?
No, we went to Kerrville in the new one.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It'll be our first time towing Butch the Jeep, but other than that.
Did you decide on the name? Did I miss that?
Gracie.
Gracie, that's right.
So it was Princess Grace.
Right.
Because it's brand is Monaco. So it's Princess Grace of Monaco. But everyone's like, ooh, bad auto reference, because she died in a car accident in Monaco. So I was like, okay, Gracie, that's more fun.
Well, was it George Burns that used to say that at the end of the sign off?
Well, Gracie is his wife's. George Burns' wife was named Gracie.
Right. He said, "Good night, Gracie." Right.
Good night, Gracie. And she said, "Good night, Gracie."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yes. That was also actually the last lines of the first episode of Will and Grace. You're
right. It was, because I was like, there I have a more earlier reference or later reference in my mind.
I know. That's
what it is.
I can't remember. I don't know how much lunch cost today. I don't know exactly what I ordered on Amazon Prime, but I could tell you the last words to the first episode of Will and Grace.
I know what I wore to a 5th grade dance.
I know.
I know what my first pair of skating shoes look like, my roller skate.
Yes.
I mean, that kind of shit. Yeah. But yeah, I can't tell you what I ate yesterday for lunch. I don't know. What I ate today? Oh, ramen noodles. Sad.
Fun. At home or out?
No, and cup.
Like some
Marucan college cup. Pour the hot. Oh yeah.
Nissan in a cup. It's so wet. It's so wet. I can't do anything in a cup anymore without singing WAP.
Macaroni in a pot. No, I did it because I'm trying to clean out my pantry. I'm trying to be like, all right, you can't go grocery shopping and just pick out random shit anymore and think.
Oh, I did that today too, by the way. I actually went to Walmart and picked up my groceries this morning. I forgot about that part too. Dropped Mason off, picked up groceries, was back at the house by 8:15 to get on my chart and take Claire to the doctor. That was the missing piece. Sorry.
I do need to place an order at Sam's and go do a curbside pickup. Yeah. Summertime is here. I did this last season during COVID. I did it twice during COVID as a coping mechanism, but I love my Cokes. So if you buy them at Sam's, they come 35 to a pack instead of 24, so it's like a month, right?
Yeah.
I allowed myself a month of Cokes last June or July and a month of Cokes in November. And when I really want one, I'll go down here to the vending machine and get one, but they're $1.75 and I can get 35 of them at Sam's for like $10. So
that's crazy. That's crazy.
And I drink one a day. If they're in my fridge, that's why I only commit to one round and I'm done. Because I drink one a day. It's in my fridge.
That's good. Oh, yeah. Monica is saying Cooper almost caved my chest in on a tour where they pointed out Grace's building. So we were in New York. I was in New York. Todd and I and Monica were in New York. And we were meeting our Aunt Lois and my cousin Christy were coming up to join us the next day or a couple of days later. But we were up there. And we did one of those. I love those double-decker bus tours in any city I go to.
I'll jump on them just to get around.
I do it more just so I can lay eyes on
your bearings.
All the things.
Yep.
Know where they are, how close. If it's worth going to, like if it's something you just need to see, I'm like, okay, seen it. Like in Paris, the Champs-Élysées, the arch thing. You can't go up to it and you don't really do anything with it.
Oh, and it's fun to ride around it on a bus because you look down off of it and you're like, holy shit, how do these people not crash into each other?
Yes, so that sort of thing. So anyway, so we were on one of those, is it Gray Line, I think is the name of the brand? Whatever it is, the buses, the double-decker bus.
Red bus.
It's the red bus, but I think it's called the Gray Line. And we were doing an evening tour that did Manhattan and Brooklyn. And we were going through where, like that downtown southern end of Manhattan area. And the guide goes, oh, and you may recognize that building over there. And it was across the parking lot. You may recognize that building. That is the building where Grace Adler had her interior design office. And I was on the other side of the bus. And I'd probably had some drinks too. And I was like, where? And like pushed Monica out of the way. Like
she's all.
This day, like I had an unreasonably anxious
fangirl reaction
about seeing this red building with the little pudgy guy standing in the corner of it. Funny. Where a fictional character had her fictional business that probably wasn't actually in that building anyway.
No, it was on a soundstage, but they shot the outside of it,
Yeah.
So I tell people all the time, depending on what city you're in, whatever country or city, people laugh about the red bus, but New York is a good place as long as you go neighborhood by neighborhood. Buy you a 3-day jump on, jump off, because honestly, if you don't know your way around the subway system or if you're staying within a neighborhood, you can literally jump on, get your bearings. But I tell people all the time, it's a good way. Paris, you can get the whole route in Paris takes 45 minutes, And
I think it is London also.
Yeah, but London, it's the traffic and the weather, though, you got to watch out for, because a lot of times it's bad and then you get stuck on them. But yeah.
Well, we did in New York. We did 2 of them in New York. We did that night one and then we did a day one.
Oh, you did? Hang on.
And we got stuck and it was in June. And we got stuck on the top of the bus in that UN area.
Oh, yeah.
Traffic was so bad, we about melted. It was.
That's where everybody's getting on at the highway. Yeah.
Danita is agreeing. It's exactly what she and her sister did in New York.
People laugh about it. And I tell people, if there's like New York City, I go, the first thing you should do. Well, first of all, if you never heard of CityPass, citypass.com, that you've never been in New York City, That's the way to do it, because you pick like 5 or 6 attractions, you pay one price.
Mm-hmm.
And I always start at the Empire State Building, and I tell people, go up there, get your bearings, and you'll see which way the island is facing. You'll see how the water is oriented, and then you'll know, oh, Central Park is always this way, and Battery Park all the way down to Financial District is that way.
You also learn real quick that if they say, oh, it's only a few blocks, you learn, is it a north-south block or is it an east-west block?
Also, New York is 20 to a mile. There's smaller blocks, so I think it's 20 city blocks to a mile there.
Well, the north-south ones are narrower. It's when you go east-west that they get long.
Yes.
And so. Yeah. Oh, we did a tour, and Monica's talking about, we did a tour in DC. We did a golf cart tour of Washington, an evening tour in a golf cart, like a big golf cart. And just drove around. They took us to all of the major monuments on all of, like, we stopped at the Capitol to get our picture. We went to the Lincoln Memorial. I think they let us stay there for like 30 minutes to look at, because also Vietnam Memorial's there, Korean War Memorial's there, all that kind of stuff. We went to the FDR, which is fantastic, my very favorite, and also to the Martin Luther King one. And it was all at night, and it was great. Funny thing is, we are on this thing, and we're driving to an intersection, and I look over, and our former roommate, Scott Morgan, was standing on the corner, and he goes, Cooper! And I'm like, Scott! Yes. And so we stopped for a minute and talked to them. But
that happened to me 3 years ago in Italy. 2 years prior to that, I'd had a back injury, and I'd met a chiropractor who I really loved, and I was going to her. And it'd been a while since I'd seen her. And Mark and I are waiting on our ferry to go cross over to Amalfi, and all of a sudden I hear my name, and I'm like, no, And then I hear it again, and Mark's like, this lady is rolling her suitcase up to you, calling her name. And I turn around, and it's my chiropractor. She goes, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? She goes, I'm going to Capri. And I was like, I'm going to Amalfi.
That's so funny.
Like, that is crazy. But yeah, you never know. I mean, you never freaking know.
Well, that's
also, I did the
I always make sure I have my hair and my face on when I walk out the door, because I somehow always run into somebody I know.
Yeah, we did the monuments in DC at night also, but Mark's cousin, who we were staying with while we were there, she works for the Pentagon, and her husband works for the head of Homeland Security. So he has a pass, right? So he got to drive us around everything, and we got to jump out and do whatever we wanted, and his truck could stay there. And then he showed us all the secret little spots where the tunnels come up when the president has to run underground.
Oh, interesting.
There's like these little guard shacks around. If you're ever in DC and you're like, why is there a weird little guard shack post? The tunnel comes up in that.
That is so.
And if they have to pull him up, put him in a vehicle or something else and take him away. Yeah.
Fabulous.
That's allegedly. He was like, yes, allegedly.
Yes, exactly. You're not.
Of course, you work for Homeland Security.
This video is about to be commandeered by the NSA.
I know. We're being listened to. Lube and the presidential secret tunnel. Come and get it. Come and take it. Come and take it.
What did Donita saying? That's why I love Mass Life so much. I could go out as I rolled out. Exactly.
Yeah, no makeup. I know. I do kind of miss that.
I know. I just can't do it anymore. Like, always run into somebody I know, and I'm always like, ugh. And I at least do this. If my hair is a mess, I'll make sure I have my sunglasses on, and that's my go-to, that it kind of hides it. Except for I get the bad Karen thing in the back where it just kind of sticks out like a mega Karen. So
well, you remember, and some people on here may have known me when my hair was shorter. Remember when I had the cute little, and I would curl it and whatever. I mean, I love that hairstyle, and I really kind of been wanting to go back to it, because every time I grow it out and the summer comes, I'm like, oh, it's hot. Like, and I never curl it and wear it down, not in the summer, because it's too freaking hot.
Yeah.
But I've spent so much time growing it out, but I already want to chop it again. Because I'm like, well, then I would at least style it. And I was like, but would I? Because now I don't want to, because now I just throw it up in this weird little twisty bun thing. I haven't even fixed it to go to work when we do go in the office. I'm like,
Claire got a lob. That's what they call it, a long bob. and it looks really cute on her. It's cut off all like the loose dead stuff, but at the same time, I can't put it in a ponytail anymore.
Who got a bob?
Claire.
Oh yeah, you can't put it in ponytail. That's my thing, is it's got to go up in a ponytail now.
Yeah.
Because I like to have it up here. It gives a little height. It actually looks like I tried to do something with it. If it's straight back, I just look like a penis. I can't do that. I'm not a good ponytail person. I'm like, no.
What did you actually order anything on Amazon Prime Day?
I was yesterday when your show was on, I was shocked to see that my Hex laundry detergent that I've talked about, that I wash all of my activewear in, was on sale. So I grabbed it because it's not cheap.
Yeah.
I grabbed the suspenders for the sheets.
Yes.
You talked about. Everything else on my cart was just regular stuff that wasn't on sale, like aspirin and crap. But those two things I grabbed. Nothing technology. Although the AirPods, I already have my AirPod Pros.
Yeah.
They were $159 down from $199, but it'd be a good time to get them if you wanted more. But nothing technical, nothing gadgety.
I think Walmart is still running deals today. I think they did it an extra day just to say, fuck you, Amazon.
It's probably a good time to get like your beauty essentials too. I just didn't need anything, but if those of you that get nice shampoos and conditioners, and
I'm the world's worst at buying everything right before a big sale, even if I know the big sale is about to happen. And then I'm like, I'm
like, damn it. I did notice that, some of the brands I follow on Instagram are running ads. Like, we're also offering, because I buy stuff on their website. They're like, oh, we've got stuff available on Prime. Like, they were going the opposite route. Like, you can get this bundle, at a discounted price on Prime. So they were doing bundles. Like I use the Donna Karan deodorant that I love, that is stupid expensive. They quit making it now, but it lasts forever. I don't mean on my body. It does last forever on my body, but I'm still on the same stick I started like a year ago. It's weird. Like, you just glide it, but it's but I bought the Lume deodorant. The comes in a tube like lotion. It's thicker. For anybody, if I haven't talked about it here yet, I think I showed it when I got the Lume. You can get it in a stick. And now they have towelettes to wipe off your body, because everybody's doing that when they work out now. But if you just get it in the tube, and it's a little bit, goes a long way. Girls, humidities, it's like under the boobs and thigh area. For men, if you want to do your butt crack, you can. I mean, Lume is awesome. They were doing
it's antiperspirant?
It's a deodorant, but it doesn't have any harmful stuff in it. And it just creates like a dry, silky little shield on your skin. It's awesome. I mean, I kept seeing they advertised it for I got it because even like when you wear your workout gear, you get a little sweat and it gets funky. It doesn't do that when you.
Really?
I put the Lume under the.
I would not have
put it in where your thighs meet the rest of your body, right there.
I would not have predicted that we were going to talk about deodorant for your under tit and upper.
Humidititties. Gentlemen, the funk maker down below, all that, it works for that. Can't say I never told you.
Can't say I never told you.
It works.
Matt thinks your hair looks nice, by the way.
Thanks, Matt.
It's actually kind of Karen Walker-ish today.
I know. I've got it. Yeah.
The big thing.
Wet. I took a shower this morning. Look, I'll show y'all. This is how long my hair has gotten. Well, it's a little curly now, but when it's not so curly, it's like all the way down to here. So it's like I could cut it, but then I'd have to fix it, Yeah,
it's better to do that.
So,
cutting it. Did you cut up all your peaches?
I did. They're all in the freezer.
I've got, I did most of mine. I left 6 out, and we're eating through those.
Claire was eating them like crazy, right?
Yeah. And the kids have had breakfast sausage and peaches for breakfast for like the last 3 days. I'm like, it's fruit and it's protein. That's better than some.
And that's roughage.
Sugar-filled cereal. And
that fruit will work.
I cut up 2 of them. Both of them had moldy pits. I just got my metal measuring spoon and scooped it out.
Yeah.
I don't have a melon baller. I think it was a casualty of my Marie Kondo days. And so scoop it out and then cut them up. One of them was like really nicely ripened. They told me the other one was still very hard. Like you could bite into it.
It was a crapshoot. I would say about half of them were still kind of hard and half of them were starting to get mushy. So I had to do something. It was weird. I'm thinking about emailing them. I mean, I don't want to be a Karen, but I had quite a few with moldy pits. And what happens is they pick those peaches early, right? Because they've got to get it all. They refrigerate them. and the pits eventually will mold. So that tells me they've had them sitting for quite some time.
Yeah.
Some of them were really hard, were squishy on the outside, but were hard on the inside and did not smell like a peach.
Well, and
if
also,
a peach does not smell like a peach, it's not a good peach.
The moldy pits one, the seed is this big.
Yes.
Whereas in the other ones, they are big. Like they're
It's something to do with the way they're genetically modifying them, or getting them to grow faster. Some of them will have a full pit, looks like an almond, right? An almond in the shell has a whole pit. The others will just be like a sliver, and they'll just be black stuff and sometimes fuzzy mold in the middle of the peach.
It was like brambly in there.
And I think that's because of the way they're growing them really quickly. They're pulling them before they're ripe. They're refrigerating them, and then they're just, that part is.
I don't think Hannah's watching. She normally comments by now, but she got them and she wrote them and said, "Hey, a bunch of them weren't so great," and they like rebated her like half the money.
I'm thinking about doing it just because I cut moldy pits out of at least 5 of mine. I don't know about you.
A lot of mine, like more than that.
Okay.
A lot more than that.
I'll probably send them a note.
Moldy pits?
Tell Michelle I'm dropping a link in.
Yeah, Michelle, Lume is the deal.
I saw it on Instagram. I'd seen it for forever. And then I was like, and then I just, with my new gym, new workout schedule, I was like, am I smelling myself? Like, what's going on here? And part of it is, you have this workout gear for a while, and you will get that smell.
Oh,
my sports bras were smelling.
I didn't realize. So the Lululemons, I was with you when I bought them for the first time. And those are the only the pants I own. I own a few of the shorts. But I did not realize at the time that was a thing, that it got smelly. And I would be like, I would squat down to do something. I'd be like, a good wipe, right? Like it was like, I was like, can other people smell that?
Yeah.
And the time I got close to my own crotch and I was like spread, like squatting,
Yeah. You're like, it's me.
And I'm like, oh my God, what? And then I think I mentioned it to you at some point.
We talked about it on the show one day.
And you're like, no, it's the funk. It's the funk.
So a quick recap for anybody who didn't see that show: for any workout gear, anything that's a moisture wicking material, or that like
a Lululemon, a Fabletics,
athletic shorts, anything that's got that elastane in it too. Always we'll wash it with something like Hex that will strip that out.
Yeah, like regular laundry detergent does not do it. It has
not work because it has too many sulfites and stuff in it that get trapped in that technology fabric, right? So
and most major brands now also have an athletic wear, active wear formulation as well.
Because other stuff has like slicky stuff and slimy, gooey stuff to make your clothes soft, right?
And you don't want that.
Just get the Hex. Do not ever use fabric softener because it gets into the weave of the fabric, and that's what holds the funk. Don't ever put that stuff in the dryer. You don't have to hang it on a line outside, but if you have a laundry room, just kind of hang it up on hangers and let it air dry first. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass. But don't ever use downy sheets. I don't even use my the beads, the little downy beads.
Anyway, but yeah.
Don't, because it traps all the sweat funk, and this funk is the bacteria. So you'll wash it, and then you just barely start to sweat, and you smell like a raw onion. You're like, what the hell? That's what it is.
Mine was I legit smelled like
funk, yeah.
Like my ass had not been wiped.
Yeah.
That is what mine smelled like. Yeah. And I was like, no, that is not on brand. That is not my brand.
That's not my brand. Yeah, as soon as your body starts to sweat or the crevices or whatever, it'll bring out the funk in that fabric. So you kind of have to baby that stuff if you're the kind of person that just throws it all in. I separate it out and we'll wash a separate load of just that stuff. I'll wash all my pants together, and I'll wash all my tank tops together and my sports bras and hang dry it. You have to.
I still use the dryer for mine, but I do all the other. I use Hex, and it totally changed it. I need to try that. I need to look at what fragrance of Hex I have. I think I have the like unscented or basic or something, but I do not like the way it smells. But it still smells better than my ass crack. So there is that.
Since we're talking about laundry stuff. Okay, this is the one, Performance Fresh and Clean Scent. It says don't use on it because my housekeeper, I don't want her to use this on my other stuff.
think that's what I have. I don't like that one.
When you smell the capsule, it smells like the Paul Mitchell apple stuff.
See, maybe I have it, and look, they're clear. They're kind of clear.
Yeah,
And
there's nothing in them.
Yeah, they have like a weird, like fleshy feel to them also.
Yes, so it's awesome for all fabrics, but they're expensive, so I keep them for my design for active wear. No harsh perfumes for happy skin, biodegradable. You know, so but
and also you don't get that. Sometimes I've stopped using the little pods because we were getting where one piece of clothing would have like it looked like jizz on it, basically.
You know what that is?
It's the shell.
You're packing too much in your washer. It's not. It gets stuck.
Yeah. Well, I would. So I switched back to liquid because I was like, I'm not gonna do less.
You can get this in a liquid too. You can get this in a liquid.
That one doesn't bother because those loads are never that big because I don't have that much active wear. But
that's what he said. Those loads are never that big.
Matt is saying, I am the cleaning person for my house, as am I. Laundry is all washed gently with plain liquid Tide and a 20-year-old Kenmore washer and hung to dry. No issues with smell or clothing wear.
I will say if you want things to smell good like towels, cottons, underwear, I've always been a Downy Beads. I used to do the green one, which I think was also fresh scent. Ginger Marie, her blog, she talked about this Downy Calm one day. Oh my God.
How do those work? I've seen those, but I've never used them.
You measure it out. You put it in the water in the little beads.
Yeah.
They melt in the water with now I've never really
put them in the do you put them in the drawer for your detergent?
No, you got to put them right in the tub.
Put them in the bottom?
Just throw them in there.
And then you put your clothes on top of it and then you start it?
The water melts them. Yeah. Okay. But this one's the Downy Calm, which is the lavender and vanilla bean. Now, normally I don't like vanilla things. I don't like vanilla candle.
I don't either.
But it's just vanilla. It's like a lavender with a really light hint.
Really?
It's so nice. And they call these in-wash scent boosters, but you can't tell me it's not fabric softener because my stuff comes out soft. So
what? You can't use that on the active stuff either or towels.
No, you can't. Right? No, this is the stuff you can't use.
You're not supposed to fabric softener your towels either because it makes them non-absorbent.
I know, but I just use this, and this is technically not fabric softener, but it makes them soft. So
okay.
But I use it on my underwear, tea towels.
Todd likes our clothes. He likes smelling the detergent. I'm the opposite. I would rather not smell it at all.
I like this because my other detergents don't smell, right? I use all for my regular, and it has no smell. So on the things I actually want to smell, like towels, I use this.
Yes.
I love it. I swear by it.
Downy Calm. I'm gonna write
Calm. It's the purple one. Yeah, and I've used their beads for years in the turquoise color. I think it's fresh scent. Because Gain makes these too. If you love the smell of Gain, they make them in these.
Really?
And Gain, I used to love the smell of Gain. Oh my God, in college. And you can also wash a car with Gain. Works really great.
Why do you know that?
At college, we used to wash our cars with Gain and the hand wash when you hand wash.
I'm with you, Michelle Condre.
You either do or don't like it. Yeah.
It's up there. Like I also don't like Fabulosa. Everyone's like, oh my God, I love Fabulosa. And I'm like, no, it just smells like cheap house. Like I don't
Fabuloso. It's not
whatever.
Cheap. I like the purple one. In fact, I have my housekeeper here. She's like, really? And she's Hispanic, right? So I was like, this is not because you're Hispanic. I just like it. I have Mrs. Myers and then Fabuloso.
Yes.
But yeah, this stuff is my jam ever since Ginger turned me on to this.
Ginger Marie, that is a good blog to follow. She knows all the tricks. I also, one of the things I love about her is something that I struggle with is body positivity.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah. That girl is, I mean, she's a circle basically. And she still puts herself in the like funnest outfits and all of that stuff. And she's like, I'm here posing in it and stuff. I'm not there body wise. Like I'm not super positive about. I'm okay with tits up on me pretty much, and everything else. I'm like, and I like my height, but yeah,
I like how brave she is to wear a midriff. I'm not that brave. I mean, I did post last week. I had a matching outfit, Fabletics outfit on, but it showed this much of my middle section. But she'll wear like a sports bra and a skirt. I'm like, oh, I wish I had her.
She's so funny and does all the things and just goes everywhere. So
she's fun.
Monica is saying, did you know you can take a fabric softener sheet to remove grit from an RV?
You can do a lot with fabric softener.
I use them though to repel dust.
Mosquitoes, put it in your pocket when you're outside.
Really, I didn't know that. But I have known, like, if you like on your baseboards, specifically in my laundry room, the baseboards in there, you rub a dryer sheet along those, and it keeps them from getting dust buildup.
Really?
Because it's designed to repel dust, and I do it on the shelf in the laundry because the laundry room gets
with all the dust from the
dusty AF in there.
Have you seen all the TikToks of the people blowing out their? Where's the distance between your dryer vent out to your house, where it vents outside?
No, it's on an exterior wall, so it's just the
okay. Well, the TikToks I've seen of people putting the thing in and it all pushing out the side, everyone's like, "Damn, that's a fire hazard." It is a fire hazard.
Your TikTok is very different than mine.
Well, your algorithm is just giving you whatever. I force my algorithm.
Yes, I don't know yet how to do that.
I'll send you one. You'll be amazed. Like, people are like, "Oh, I have a 2-story house," and it goes up through the attic, back down, and they're putting it. Some guy had a thing, rotor-rooter, it out, and another guy was like, "Forget that. Just take your leaf blower, put it in the thing," and sure enough, it was like shot out
from the inside or the outside.
From the inside. You don't want it coming in your house.
Oh,
you want it shooting out.
Oh, yeah, yes.
It's crazy how much crap comes out of people's dryer vents. And everyone's like, "Isn't that what the thing is for, to collect it?" I'm like, have you ever taken that thing off and looked down in your dryer to see how much lint is rolling around in the bottom of your dryer?
I've always wondered. Sometimes I'll do the lint filter, and I'm like, how do my clothes even exist anymore? How have they not just evaporated into nothing? The amount of lint that I know these clothes are 5 years old. How are they still linty?
You're like, did we just shear a sheep? What's happening here? I could just make a sweatshirt right now.
How is this shirt still in existence? And the worst.
Even Frankie, when I wash her little dog beds, the whole thing will have lint from the dog bed, but it'll just be lined with her little tiny dog hairs. I'm like, oh my God, all that dog hair was in that bed. I didn't even see it.
The other thing that is weird is, like, when you get new towels and you wash the towels, I'm surprised the whole damn thing doesn't burn down, because the lint filter is a secondary. It's like a third towel. Like,
it's a hand towel now.
It's a hand towel. It's like
bonus. Sew the edge.
Towel. I'm like, how did my house not burn down? And two, how is there anything fucking left?
Yeah. That's what they say about old men. They have beer bellies, and then you ever see those old guys, their shirt is worn down where the belly button is, because their belly button just eats the lint? I have never had a lint ball in my belly button. How does this happen?
I have. It has to do with hair also. Like, if you have hair,
you have hair, so it's grabbing it.
It grabs it, pulls it, and it's like raking it off.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, how the hell is your belly button holding on to lint? I know, it's like a little mini dryer vent. Okay. I wondered about that, because I'll see old men with button up 3-button polo, and it'll just be bare as ever right there on their belly button. I'm like, how does that happen?
My old chambray shirt, my favorite shirt ever. I'm having to retire it. It is a little bit more worn in the midsection. It also has to do with that kind of rubs on tables and stuff more.
Yeah.
And the poor button is hanging off a deal.
One more wear.
One more time.
We're gonna make it.
I tried to put on some shorts to go to lunch with Eric today, and I'm late on because I didn't do laundry last weekend, and so I'm on like junior varsity clothes at this point. The varsity team is out of commission. They're all dirty, and so I'm trying to put them on, and not a single damn pair of shorts I could get the button closed. I wear the other ones because they either have stretch in them or I know that they fit. And I was talking to Eric about that today. I was like, this goes back to the body positivity thing. I've got plenty of money to buy clothes that fit my body that I have now, but I just cannot get past the number. Like, I'm a 34 waist. I don't care what anyone says. If I have to wear them lower, I'm still a 34 fucking waist. If I have to buy stretch, if I need to buy them with stretch so that they go up to size 38, I'm okay with that. As long as you got it. I may just start sewing a 34 and some shit. So I'm not doing it.
It's funny. That's the thing with women too. Like, you just can't. Yeah.
I'm there for vanity sizing. Tell me the brands that oversize their clothes and I will buy them.
Ultimately I'm trying to work my way back just to the number I had in high school, which I was still plus size. I've been a plus size girl all my life, but I was an 18, 20 in high school. So I'm trying to just work my way back to that because I just think that's a good size for me. I mean, I know what my weight should be, but I think about that and I think anything less than a size 12 or 14, I would just look funny. I'm not buying into that.
I also think that especially funny people, when they lose too much weight, they just don't look funny anymore.
Yeah, you don't look funny. And like this fat is filling out some wrinkles. Okay, I don't want to lose too much.
We know so many friends who had their midlife crisis and started working out and stuff.
Yeah.
And suddenly they look like 14 years older than they did.
Everything hangs off. Yeah, that's the part well, that's why I started the class that has more weightlifting and stuff because I want to see it tighten as I lose it. But I've roughly been the same size. I'm a couple sizes smaller now than I was a couple years ago, but I've not gone over a certain size. And there was a time close to my 30s where I was cresting and I did have to go buy a pair of capri pants in the one size up. And I immediately joined Weight Watchers. And I have never let myself get past a certain size since.
And this is some bullshit that skinny people say, but I was watching Tan France, from Queer Eye. He had his master class, and I was watching that, and he was like, just buy the size that you are, and you will already look better. You'll look more confident. It'll fit better. It'll fit the way it was designed to fit, and it'll look better. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. You are 5'2", if anything, and you weigh $120. So shut the fuck up. Like, no.
Also, he says, buy bigger and then have it tailored. That's just to help you feel better. There's going to be a dart in there. It's still the same damn size.
Monica saying the I have about the lint in your belly button. My face made her laugh. Also, that my dad, that's a very hateful thing you're saying, Monica, that my dad also wears a 34.
That's funny.
Because no. I mean, I love my dad, but I don't want to turn into him.
I have no frame of reference. I mean, my mom was always really good about keeping her. She came from a time, right, where.
Yeah.
But I get my pear shape from my mom. If I'd gotten my dad's body, I'd be round in the middle with a gut and little chicken legs. I actually don't like. I'm glad I don't have that. I'm glad I am pear shaped, but it's a pain in the ass. But I'll take it because I'm tall and so I carry it better. I'm
probably dressed inappropriately youthful today. I'm wearing some skinny jeans that have the knees torn out and some other stuff and paint splatters on them. And then I've got this t-shirt. I probably look like a fucking lollipop today because I've got the red t-shirt or a candied apple. I look like a candied apple today.
Oh, I've got black on. I've got leggings on it per usual. Pam used to have this thing about leggings as pants. She never would wear leggings, but I'm like, I gotta wear them. If I go in public, I try to wear a free flowy shirt that covers my butt a little bit because everything's dimply back there. But
Monica's saying she's chicken shaped, super skinny legs and big waist and boobs.
Apple shape. Mm-hmm.
And then Michelle is apple shaped with skinny legs. Yep.
I mean, it's one or the other. The thing about an apple shape, you've got killer gams, right? And you can wear short skirts and usually just wear a flowy top because sometimes women have larger breasts if they're apple shaped or a tummy. You can usually get away with a flowy top and then your legs look amazing, right? You got legs for days. My legs, I won't wear anything above the knee because I have fat knees, right? So I'm like, but I'd rather have a booty and go in the middle. Like I'm 2 sizes smaller on top than I am on bottom.
Yeah. Matt is saying it works perfectly with the Asian sizes on Amazon. Just don't look at the size charts and buy what you feel. No, I can't do that because that is like I'm a triple XL in the Asian sizes.
I will show you right now. I'm sending this shit back. Well, first of all, the quality is for shit. But I love this little, I wanted to get some tank tops for the gym, and it was like, pew, pew, motherfuckers. I just thought it was cute. And I looked at their size chart, and I was like, okay, let's see. This would be super tight if I wore it, so I'm not going to keep them. This is like a 4X. This is a 4X. I'm like, no, this is an 18-20. Which is what I am in a fitted top, but not in a flowy tank top for the gym.
My other issue is I have a belly, but then I've also had a perky ass, and I don't mind having a perky ass. But when you have a belly, also, then your shirt splits between the two, and you look extra.
Yeah,
thick.
I got this one too because I love the little uniform.
Just baked you some.
Shut the fuck up, cakes.
Cupcakes. Shut the fuck up, cakes.
Shut the fuck up, cakes. Too small. Like I don't need the shirt to be like,
Yeah.
Sending that shit back to China.
Monica's saying no flowy shirts. I was asked when I was due after giving birth to Sterling a year before. I made sure I told him. And Eric is assuring me that I was not dressed inappropriately because he would have certainly said something. So.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Sometimes I question it, but I've reached. I'm getting ready to clean my closet out. I think I've reached the age where I just want to have basics. I don't want to have to think about what I'm going to wear, and if I want to add color or flair, I'm going to do it in an accessory.
That's what it's called, a capsule wardrobe.
I'm about to do a capsule wardrobe, and what's sad is I bought shit during the pandemic, and I just got to this point. I was telling Quentin, he was like, you know, he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "No, I bought so much shit," and I'm like, "What am I doing? What am I doing buying this shit?" And all of a sudden, there's just shit in my closet, and it's driving me nuts because there's no organization. That nothing goes with anything.
I own this shirt in like 10 different colors because I know it fits me. It doesn't have a bunch of stuff on. I do have some shirts that have things on and little sayings or whatever. But for the most part, I'm not all whatever.
But you know what happened during COVID? I bought things randomly because I thought it was cute. I think it was a way to. I'm not a shopaholic or anything, but I think when I'd see random things, but the things that I have worn the most. Are t-shirts. You know, I bought a lot of Nikes, but I've actually worn them all. Leggings. I'm like, I have bought more. The best thing I bought over COVID was my Fabletics membership. I have used the Fabletics membership to no avail and gone actually to the store way up at Legacy because I get my hair done up there.
Really?
But I'm like, the things that I have actually used a ton of are all basics. So I'm like,
by the way, all of you are about to get nonstop Fabletics ads on your social media feed because we mentioned it. Because they are. Yeah, Bentley is saying, "I'm not a shopaholic," said the shopaholic. Yes,
I'm really not. Like I was buying random things like mustard and rando things, but I'm like, I'm not buying anything anymore. I'm not, and I'm
not an alcoholic. I just drink a lot.
For fun. I'm gonna do exactly what you said, a capsule wardrobe, and I'm getting ready to just pull it all together. I'm actually gonna do a big haul because I've got good stuff. Like it's all Nordstrom's. I think I'm going to put it all together, put a price on it, put it on Facebook Marketplace and go, if you're this size and you're a plus size girl, have I got a good deal for you?
You should do the Amber Vince garage sale thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because I got a lot of
stuff. Alrighty, well, we have passed an hour, so it is time for us to go. Yay. I'm so glad we had this time together. Old Carol Burnett send off. Anna. Alrighty, well, thank you. It's fun seeing you. I will probably. What?
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention what this Friday is.
Half Christmas.
Half Christmas.
You're allowed to listen to Christmas carols on Friday. You're required to start with Celine Dion's "Oh Holy Night."
Yes. Don't ask questions. Just do it.
That is the rules.
Preferably in a room by yourself where you can crank it up, or in your car is actually awesome because you pick up all the.
All on your knees.
Noel.
The Noel ending is the ending.
Wait for it.
Yeah, wait. We gotta do it. So
yeah, 6 months mark to Christmas this Friday.
Yay! Which means only like 90 days until I can decorate for Christmas.
That's right.
Because I start in like late October getting stuff out and getting stuff ready. So
yeah, we got to think about Waco. We want to see it decorated for Christmas, but we got to take like a Monday off and go on a Monday.
Yes, Monica's like, get to shopping.
Exactly.
Monica's probably already bought half of her Christmas gifts, at least. She's a advanced shopper.
I pick it up year round.
I try to, but then I forget where I put them, and then I buy new things for people. And then when I'm cleaning house, I'm like, oh, I meant to give that to Kerrie for Christmas. Actually, I think I've bought you like 2 Christmas gifts already this year because I forget that I already bought one. So, alrighty. Well, I love you. It's important to know you were loved.
Love you too.
We'll see y'all tomorrow at 4:30 for another episode of Cooped Up Live. Should I say? Talk to you later.